Alright, folks. Town. Well, not quite town, but this is the town episode. So let's do our standard cleanup from the previous session. Now, there is one thing. I did forget that after the harvester, I did not draw our loot cards. So we need to draw the loot cards for after the harvester. So we will take a look here. Bechamel gets a Darkstone. Doc gets an artifact. And Pete gets 250. Alright, and the artifact, I went and said, since we're in the canyons, I'll just grab a canyon artifact. Let's see another canyon artifact. And we got the 12th Cavalry Boots. So +1 move. Once per adventure, gain +3 initiative until the end of the turn. Not sure who's going to get that. Bechamel would be nice, simply because she's already got the highest, and that would push her up pretty high on the list. But she can't really carry a lot more, since she's got the Badlands Adventure gear, which I still want to keep it because she's got that. It's got that tonic for her, right? And when she recovers a grit, she gets a fortune, and so on. So for now, I think we're going to give it to Pete, and might want to give it to Doc. I don't know which is better, but we'll give it to Pete. Well, Doc will keep it. Doc's got enough strength. I think he can carry that. So what else? So we have the recovery of corruption. So Bechamel has 1 point of corruption. Doc has 1 point of corruption. They have Bechamel has 1 Darkstone item, which is her breaching gun. We have just enough. We have 8 in the tomb chest. So Bechamel, she is afflicted. Does she save? She does not save, so she will get a point of corruption. So she's got 2. Doc, does Doc actually have anything at this point? We have gotten rid of everything. He has no upgrades on his 2 items. So Doc actually has nothing that has Darkstone icons. And now we are to Pete. Pete has the Fallen Gunfighter's Pistol and the Mark of the Void. So he's got 2 items that have Darkstone icons on them. He takes 1 hit, which he saves. Okay, so doesn't need his Tattered Duster to save him in the end. He does also remove 1 corruption because of his ribbon. So we'll go ahead and remove that. So what else do we have to do? Nothing. So that was kind of interesting. So last episode we did fight a bunch of stuff. Oh, we do each reward. We get our reward for this. So each hero gets a D6 times $50 and a D3 Darkstone. So I actually forgot about that. So Bechamel is going to gain $100 and a D3 Darkstone. She's going to get 3 pieces of Darkstone. All right, so this is going to cause us to take a few more hits here. Unless we decide we want to just dump some of this Darkstone. Doc is going to get $200. Okay, and a D3 Darkstone. 3 as well. Yeah, we have a lot of Darkstone. And then Pete. gains 250. Okay, and a D3 Darkstone. And he gets 3 Darkstone as well. Yeah, so we are pretty full on Darkstone, as it were. So the question is, how do we want to do this? You know, I'm going to we'll have 3 to Doc. Bechamel's just going to give all her 3 to Pete. So Pete's got to make 6 rolls. Doc has to make 3. Let's see if they cause any corruption hits. 1 corruption hit. He gets his willpower save, which he succeeds. Alright, and now Pete has 6, because we got 6 extra. He's got carrying 6 extra Darkstone. Ooh. So 5 of them are all hits. So now he has to make his willpower saves. Okay, he's going to spend a grit to re-roll these. Ooh, and he fails. So, they were all really low, so a fortune point from Bechamel is unlikely to do anything. But we'll give it a shot. Actually, no, we won't worry about that. He just has his save, his tethered duster save. Saves 2 of them, so he takes 1 corruption hit. Okay, so that is it. So the big thing we have to do at town, we don't have a lot of money. We got a fair amount of money, though, considering. We need to get rid of corruption. Bechamel has 2, Doc has 1, Pete has 2. We also need to purchase more bandages to stock back up on bandages. So let's go with that. And that's kind of be our plan for town. And then gamble a little bit, get a little bit more money. Also, of note, the heroes did just barely level. So they are now officially all level 3. I did the rolls, I did the choices. Bechamel rolled and gained an increase in health. Gained 5 points of health and 3 points of sanity. And then for her skill, she took boxcars, so that is the tier 2 in that line. That allows her, anytime she rolls a 6 for willpower, defense, or a skill test, she can change any other single die that is not a 6 to a 6. Well, actually, it doesn't matter. She can change any other die. It doesn't have to be... It could be the 6, right? But any other die to a 6 as well. So that's going to be interesting. Also gave her +1 initiative, so she is now 6 initiative. Doc rolled and gained an additional max grit as his random. And then he took, again, I believe it's the second one in his track, which is Careful Study. So he's +1 on defense rolls against hits from enemy types he has encountered before. And it gives him +1 agility. So I will need to go through and mark whichever, write down all the enemies that he has encountered, so that he gets those +1 defense to all of those. And then Pete rolled, he got an additional strength, so he is now up to a base 5 strength. And what does that mean? And he took, for his ability, Living on the Edge, while you are at half or less of either your health or sanity, his Rough Rider ability triggers on a 3+. Instead, 2+ if both. That is, the Rough Rider ability is, if he starts a turn without any grit, he can regain a grit. So it is now at a 3+ if he is less than half health or sanity. Boom. Okay. So, what's left? Now we need to go to town. So, traveling. Again, we're going to go to a big town. So, let's see if we have an extra one for Bechamel. We do not. Do we have an extra one for Doc? We do. Do we have an extra one for Pete? We don't. So, just one extra. So, again, we're going to do red is the first number. So, this is Bechamel's. Is a 55. 55 being a massacred wagon train. You come across the twisted wreckage and broken bodies of a wagon train torn apart by creatures. Each hero can decide to pass it by without looking too close, or sift through the gore to look for anything useful. If you search, make a Luck 5 Plus test. If you failed, you lose a sanity permanently. If you pass, you roll to see what you get. Alright. So, obviously, Bechamel has a lot of luck, so she is going to roll. She's going to look. She has a 5 luck. 5 plus test. She did succeed. And because she actually has that skill, she can turn, say, like the 3 into a 6. Not that it matters. She just needs 1 success. But, hey, practice, right? So, Massacred Wagon Train. Each hero, if passed, roll a d6 to see what you find. Let's see what she finds. She finds a 1. So she finds a gear card. So let me grab a gear card out of my gear card stack. We find a Scafford hat. Gain +1 initiative for each mutation you have, limit at 3+. Alright, so this is something we are just going to sell. So we're going to give that to Pete to sell. Because hopefully we're not going to have too many mutations. I think both everybody else has pretty bad luck. So neither one of them is going to make the attempt. Alright. Next one for Doc. Doc has 2. I'm going to roll, so a 26. What do we got with a 26? Void Storm. A void storm has swept through the area, devastating the region, carrying away buildings and mutating the livestock and people. It's not a pretty sight. When you arrive in town, 2 random buildings have been destroyed by the void storm and cannot be visited. Also, every hero gains 1 corruption point, ignoring willpower, for passing through the residual energy of the storm. Alright, I think Pete is going to use his happy trails to spend his 1 grit to try to prevent that, because that just sucks. It does. So it is a 3+. He succeeds. All right, so we cancel that one. Doc's second one is a 66. Just the shadowy traveler on the road. During your travels, you encounter a stranger along the road. This result may not be re-rolled or canceled. Roll once on the chart below to see what type of stranger you have run into. Rolling on this chart also may not be re-rolled. Okay. D6 roll. It is a 3, a traveling missionary. All heroes may fully hero those sanity and remove D3 corruption points. Nice. Alright. Well, that works well, considering this is one of the few times where everybody has some corruption points. Bechamel can heal 1. Don't quite get rid of all of hers, but that's useful. Doc only has 1, so that will get rid of his 1. And Pete can get rid of all of his. Alright, so Bechamel's the only one with some corruption now. Which, yeah, I don't know if we necessarily need to get rid of that in town. Perfect. Well, that was Doc's second one, so now we just have Pete's. So what is Pete's? Is a 46. A wrecked train. The twisted hulk of a wrecked train fills the valley below, mangled and half buried in the rubble and debris. It must have jumped the track or been forced off. Looks like it has been here a while. Each row can decide to pass it by without giving a second thought or climb down and look for anything useful. If you're searching, make a cunning 5+ test. Okay. And of course, if they do succeed, if they roll a 1, they get a madness. Otherwise, it's something handy. You know what? We've got fortune. So Bechamel will attempt it. She has a 5 cunning. And she succeeds. Let's see what happens to her. A 5. She gets something shiny, so she gets a D6 times 50. Alright, so she gets another 100. Alright. You know, I don't know that I'm going to have Doc do it. I think I pushed my luck there. So, there you go. That is what we're doing. So now, we are hitting town. So what type of town is it? It is a 9. It is a mining town. Okay, so the mining town. Mining town says, boom towns often spring up practically overnight in any area found to be rich in gold and dark zone. These mining towns attract folks from all over, eager to find their fortune. They're well supplied. A mining town always includes a general store, and everything sold at the general store is minus $25, to a minimum of $25. Rich local deposits, the mines area booming during the next adventure. While in the mines, anytime a hero finds gold, they gain $10 extra, and anytime a hero finds darkstone, they gain an extra shard. Okay, we'll have to try to remember that, because for the next adventure. Void activity, the massive boom of local mining has uncovered countless new portals, releasing all manner of creatures and evil into the way to the surface. Rolling to see if there's a town event at the end of each day, roll an extra die. Either roll may trigger a town event, or both. If a town event is triggered, set the darkness back to day 1 on the track as normal. Alright, so that's going to be interesting. What else we got? We got extra options. We can purchase Darkstone shards at 150 each. The following are available. A Darkstone pick. +1 combat. Once per turn, add +1 damage to one of your combat hits. And a sifting band. Once per turn, you can cancel and redraw a scavenge card just drawn. After each use, roll a d6, discard on a roll of 1. Interesting. Okay. Nothing too exciting there. But we do need to see what is available in the town. So hold on. Okay, and we do automatically start with a general store. Then we have a blacksmith. Hey, that's pretty surprising. We have a church. We have a saloon. We have a mutant quarter. Okay, we have a sheriff's office. And we have a doctor's office. Oh, we got one more, sorry. And the 8th one is a smuggler's den. Sheriff's office and a smuggler's den. Alright, so here's the plan. Bechamel, probably would be nice to have her get rid of her corruption. But it's not necessary. So I think we actually only need to spend like 1 day here, right? Bechamel will want to go to the saloon. She might as well gamble. And you know, I don't know that we have enough money to buy. We do need to sell some Darkstone, which would be going to the smuggler's den. So we'll give Pete all of our Darkstone. The blacksmith. And we do need to hit the blacksmith to make some Darkstone bullets. And actually, Doc will want to. Might as well upgrade his stuff. Now that I think about it. So let me figure out what he wants to do. Because we might as well put, yeah, I mean, we might as well, right? The Darkstone Inlay, giving him a reroll is 703 Darkstone. Easy peasy. Yeah, for one free reroll. Yeah, and I think that's what he wants to do. So, because it's Tools of Science, he's got 3. He does have 3 slots. So do I get a Darkstone Grip as well to give an extra combat? And then he's got 2 on the Tools of Science, and then 1 for the inlay on the Feathered Hatchet. Ooh, that would be interesting. Yeah, there's not really a lot left as far as upgrades. I'll kind of show you the upgrades here. So remember that with the errata, these are swapped. So the inlay only costs 1. The Darkstone Grip costs 2 slots. So the other options are like a Rune of Protection to pass a single defense roll. That's 1 die, right? The Rune of Fortitude. Now the Rune of Regeneration would be interesting. To potentially add to something as well. That is super high, 20 Darkstone. I don't think we have 20. Yeah, we've got 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. We have 17. We would need to purchase another Darkstone, another Tomb Chest, to carry stuff. I don't think he needs that. You know what? Let's make sure he has 11. 12, 13. He's searching because remember each Darkstone bullet is 1 Darkstone. So we'll need 2 for that. So he needs 8 for the grip, 3 for the inlay. So 6, 7, 8. 3 for inlay, and then 2 for the bullets for the 2 folks. Alright, so we'll do that. So we've actually got 4, which actually I guess we don't need to sell. So, which is fine. So we're going to say Doc, Doc will go to the blacksmith. And then Pete, what's Pete going to do? Pete needs to go, he'll go to the general store to buy whiskey and bandages. So he'll give his whiskey to Bechamel. So he's got a free fully empty side bag, so he can buy 5 things. Probably all bandages, because we actually have 3 whiskey. Because Bechamel has a whiskey in her Badlands adventure gear. So I think we just probably pick up 5 bandages. We can get more bandages or more whiskey at the saloon if necessary. Right, we get bandages at the general store. Is that right? I am trying to remember that. I know we can at the doctor's office. It's been a while, but I thought the general store, yes, the general store can buy bandages. And they are $25 each, so that will be the plan, I believe. And then possibly we'll stay 1 extra day to pick up even more bandages, potentially, or maybe some tonics. Right, let everybody have a tonic to get that to get a grit. I think that may be what we want to spend some of our money on, especially since things are cheap here in the general store. In fact, in the general store even has tonics, so I think that will be the plan. We might spend somebody might spend 1 more day. I'm just leery about staying 2 days because of this void activity. So let's see what the daily event is. Okay, and our event for the day is Persecution. She would hate for the accursed mutant. The townsfolk form an angry mob and begin scouring the town to find and punish the unclean outsiders that have heard rumor of. Each hero must roll a d6 for each mutation. Okay. It's cancel if there's a mutant quarter in town. Well, there is. Okay, and nobody has any mutations, so that won't make a difference. So, let's start with Doc at the blacksmith. Let's try to get that done first. Okay, a 6. Cost increase. Oh no, sorry, that's a 5. 6, nothing happens. No event. Cool. Alright, so Doc is going to get a Darkstone grip for +1 combat on the Tools of Science, and a Darkstone inlay for +1 reroll on the Feathered Hatchet. He is also going to buy 2 Darkstone bullets. So we have more Darkstone bullets. Kapow. Alright, and that is going to cost a lot of our money. But we have a fair amount for the fewer things that we are looking to pick up. Again, basically, Bechamel just needs enough money to start gambling, which she has, and then Pete needs enough to purchase the cheapo bandages and maybe some tonics probably tomorrow. Whoever goes is going to need money, which Bechamel should hopefully get that. So that is all she's doing. That's all Doc's doing. I'm sorry. He's getting the 2 upgrades to his to his weapons, and then picking up the Darkstone bullets for Bechamel and Pete. And you know, I think I forgot the the +1 damage for the Darkstone bullets that I had last time. As I think about it, I mean, I had a card for it to try to remind me, but I don't think I was using the Darkstone bullets. Oh well, it is a good habit to get into, even if I'm not actually using it. Again, another one of those downsides of being by yourself, playing solo with a whole bunch of characters with a whole bunch of rules and whatnot. So harder to remind yourself of everything that's going on, because there is a lot going on in this game. That is all that Doc is doing. Pete. What are you gonna do, Pete? Oh yes, Pete. Pete is at the general store. Let's see what happens at the general store for Pete. Is a 7, so that's going to be nothing happens. No effect. No effect. Alright, so yeah, nothing we want to do here. It might be worth picking up a holdout pistol for Bechamel, but we don't have the money for it. Or Pete did not bring the money for it right now. So, and there's potentially some other stuff that some armor for Pete or Doc might not be too horrible either. But, and eventually some horses and things like that. But no, we are simply going to pick up bandages right now. $25 each. He's going to pick up 5. So, 5 bandages at 25 is 125 is what that's going to cost. For 5 more bandages. And that way we will be able to survive. And that is all he can carry. He can only carry 5 in the side bag, so he maxed out his side bag. And then we'll split them up amongst Doc and Bechamel. Mostly giving it all to Doc, but so what else do we need? Last but not least, we have Bechamel at the saloon. Let's see what happens to Bechamel at the saloon. 4 spilled drink. Either leave town at the end of the day, or buy him and his friends another drink, costing D6 times 25. She only bought 300, but that should be still enough. Ooh, that is expensive. So that is 150. Alright. You know what? Actually, Bechamel can leave town at the end of the day. That's actually not a problem. Because I was only planning on staying here for a day anyway, right? So, we just need one more person. Oh, Bechamel was thinking of going to getting her corruption taken care of. You know what? She'll keep one corruption. I think, you know, cross your fingers that it's going to be okay. So, let's go ahead and have her gamble. So she's going to start with casual poker, $50 ante. Cunning 5+ test, $50 for every 5+ rolled. Okay, so she rolled a 6. She gets to change another 1 to a 6 because it was 4 or more dice. She will then also spend her 1. Actually, does she spend her 1 grit? 5+ test, so that is good. She'll actually spend a fortune to reroll 1 of these dice. Actually, ooh. She's going to spend a fortune to try to increase that 3. Haha. I think this is going to be better. So she's got a luck test, 5 dice. She needs 2 successes, which she got, actually, and this becomes a 6 as well. So she actually got 3 successes. I forgot about how powerful that will be for her tip the scales for each 5+ rolled increases, because that means if she rolls at least 1 6, she's going to automatically get a second success to allow a number to increase a second time. Nice. Anyway, so she did get, so that does push this up to like a 6. So that is 4 successes. So that is plus 150 bucks. All right, and then so she gets an extra D6 times 50 for her ability. So D6 times 50, so 100, 250. Okay. Alright. And now, the Brimstone Craps. Alright, so again, luck 5+ test. She, $100 ante. She gets $100 for each. 5+, so again, she rolls a 6. She gets to change 1 to a 6. That one succeeds. She's got 2 3s. She will spend, I guess, another fortune to try to change one of these. So again, she makes a luck to, change the 3 up. So she needs 2 successes. Oh, she got it. All right. Now, I can only add, the way I have read the ability, anytime you roll a 6 for willpower, you can change any other single die of that test to a 6. I don't believe if you roll 2 6s on a test that you can change 2 dice. The way I'm reading this, the way I'm understanding this, if you draw, even though it's not really quite worded that way, which it really probably should be to make it super clear, it should say if you roll at least 1 6 on a test, right? Then you can change any other single die. But it also doesn't say for each 6 you roll, you can change a single die. So it's pretty sure the intent is you can change 1 die if you roll at least 1 6. So that is 3. That will allow us to push this 3 up to a 6. That gives us 4 successes. So that is an extra $300. Nice. And then Bechamel has won money, so she gets another D6 times 50, so that's another $100 right there. Alright, so Bechamel is going to have to leave. So we know she's taking off at the end of the turn. Let's see if there is a town event. There is not. Okay, so I'm going to push that up. So day 2, and then we're actually going to spread these bandages out. So I'm going to give 1 to Bechamel We'll give 4 to Doc. Actually, I don't even need to give 1 to Bechamel, because she's got 1 in her Badlands Adventure gear. Obviously, that can only be used by her, so either on herself or on Doc or somebody. It's not, Doc can't use it, but for her. But she's got 1, and that's really why I've been, I kind of keep 1 bandages on Pete and Bechamel, just in case Doc can't get to them, but it typically ends up, so far, Doc just taking it from them and then using it, right? So, I have yet to have run into that situation where they will need it, but, cross your fingers kind of thing. So, it's just in case. So, both Pete and, Pete's open, so I think Pete can go. I think Doc... I'm trying to decide how greedy do I want to be here. So Doc's bag is full of his 5 bandages. He's got 3 bandages and a whiskey. Alright, I think I just need 1 person. I don't think there's anything else we want to purchase right now in town. So I think we'll send Pete with the rest of our money, or a bunch of our money anyway, to the general store to pick up 3 tonics, so 1 for each person, and 2 bandages. And then that should be it. So we don't have to pay the extra $10 here for Doc. We will pay the $10 for Pete. And then, so day 2, Pete's going to go back to the general store. I know this is going to be it's kind of boring for you, I guess, guys. I'm not doing a whole lot, but this mining town doesn't really have a lot that I feel like doing. There's no extra things we can do other than buying Darkstone. There's no, we could theoretically, I think, doesn't the sheriff's office have like the gun? Doesn't it have like a really nice belt or something? But if he has to become law, I'm not going to worry about that. We don't have a lot of money left, even after Bechamel, right? Because we spent a bunch for Doc. So, double 6s at the general store. There's an artifact for sale here. Ooh, and it's minus $25. So let's hold on. Let me grab an artifact. Alright, so the other world was Tradara, and we have Trinoculars. Once per adventure, you can discard and withdraw a map card. Once per travel to town, you can cancel a travel hazard on the D6 roll of 4+. 475, right? It's nice. It is. I guess I could afford it. But that is making us awfully low. Actually, I should double check. Yeah, it can be purchased for a solicited price. Alright. Now, I think I'm just going to pick up, because the tonics are going to be expensive. The tonics are $175 each. Buying 3 of them is $175, and $175 is, we'll see, if we say they're 50, 150 and 150 is 300, so 350, and that add another 175 is 450, 500, 525. Yeah, so that's 3 tonics, and then 2 bandages. It'll be another 50. Yeah, I don't think I want to try to afford that. We are very low on funds again. So it was awfully, I don't know if I want to say greedy, but getting those, 3 tonics. At this point, I mean, we're still not quite rounded up. I mean, typically picking up things like tonics, I usually do it once we've got the kind of the everything else done, right? So it's because it's pretty important to upgrade your gear, get those extra dice, get that, the extra pluses, the re-rolls, and what have you. So that is the kind of the way that I normally do that. So we still haven't necessarily gotten Pete where he needs to be. I'm still don't know about the Trudarian Trench Pistol with taking those corruption hits. I like Bechamel with the shotgun, but she doesn't have a lot of dice. So that's, especially against like the Black Fang. Although it's nice for her to be able to stun them, to reduce down their defense. I don't know. Anyway, so let's see if there's a town event. There is a town event. Let's see if it affects Pete. Is a 5, the Fever. Each hero must make a spirit 6+ test to avoid the sickness. If successful, gain 10 experience. If failed, take D6 plus 3 wounds, ignoring defense. Ouch. He has a spirit of 1. Yep. Yep, he is the spirit of 1. That is unfortunate. And he fails miserably. So, and I don't think Bechamel can help, so D6 plus 3 wounds. So he's going to start with 5 wounds for the next adventure, which is alright. That will work. Well, there you have it, folks. That is this town adventure. So, as a reminder, they leveled up on my Patreon page for any patrons of any value. There is a video of the level up process and an overview of the characters and everything that they have. And that's available to them. At some point I might provide at least part of that video for the rest of you, but you guys do kind of have an overview of what they've got right now already, and of course how they leveled up. So please, if you feel up to it, go to my Patreon page, look at it, see if you can support me. I would appreciate it. If not, like and subscribe my videos is greatly appreciated. And that way I can keep doing this and bring this content to you regularly. And next we have the 3rd mission in the Black Fang Tribe adventure book mission pack. So looking forward to it. Bye.